Hello guys and gals, it is I the Monster. Today, I have absolutely nothing to talk about, so we're going to talk about 8 out of this world sci-fi games. And please, before we get started, will you please like and subscribe, because I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I know we can do it. So let's get started with the video. Pew pew. Now the first game on this list is going to be Pikmin 4. It's pretty much the most obvious game on this list, right? At this point, I've talked so much about this game on the channel, Nintendo should be paying me. I should be like a Pikmin ambassador. Pikmin 4, it's not a secret, it's one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch, the original one. I absolutely adore this game, and I believe they're teasing or they're working on some stuff for this, maybe towards the Switch too. But the Pikmin 4 is to me the best mix of past and present in this franchise. It's the most accessible. There's so much going on. There's so much charm. The game graphically looks beautiful. It's very simple. You know, you're playing as an astronaut and you're working with this big crew and you're putting their ship together and finding all the shipmates and what's going on, and you're in these crazy ginormous zones and you're like the size of a quarter and you're always finding collectibles that are from Earth and whatnot. It's just great. And in this one you have Ochi the dog, and it's constantly just, you're always upgrading. When you think there's no more upgrades, there are. But it's just such a great game. It's all about exploring space and fighting off aliens with other little Pikmin aliens, and it's so science fiction. It's something that had to be on this list. So I highly recommend, for the millionth time, Pikmin 4. So the next one on this list is Prey. This is the remake, the redo, the revamp, because there was an old Prey by Arcane Studios. It came out, I believe it was 2016, 2017. I'll correct it if I have to. But these are the guys that do Dishonored. They've done Deathloop. They've made a lot of really fantastic games. And they have a very interesting style. I think these are the dudes that also did Dark Messiah and Might and Magic. I wish they'd go back to that. But man, oh man, this game, I love this game so much. I played it on PC. I beat it around the time it came out. And then I rebought this about a year or so ago. And I just fell in love with it. Or maybe it was more than a year or so. I know there's a video where I talk about it. But I just love this game so much. You play as this character, Morgan Yu, and you wake up, you're on a ship, and the whole game is just a giant science fiction mind trip. It screws with you constantly. You're fighting these things called the mimics. You don't know where you are half the time. If you're on a base, if you're on Earth, you don't know. They're screwing with you. The mimics are walking around as different items. You'll fight a cup. A cup will just jump out. A chair will attack you. It doesn't matter. It'll scare the crap out of you, and you'll get all these different upgrades and weapons, and you could actually empower yourself with the mimics. It's really, really trippy, really great lore, and again, it's just constantly messing with you. This is like an old school science fiction movie, but it's more on like the mind thriller kind of side. I absolutely love this game. It's one of those games too that's creepy because, like, you know, everybody on the ship, the space station, is dead or like gone, so you're by yourself with these weird mimics, and it's not so much that the mimics are creepy looking, although they kind of are, but it's just the atmosphere of like, man, this is really weird. Like, I have to navigate this like dead ship basically. So yeah, Prey, check it out. Highly recommend this game. It's really, really damn good, and I wonder if we're ever gonna get another one of these. I don't know. This next game, admittedly, I goofed and forgot to mention it in my last gaming pickups video. I got this for Christmas. I asked for it. My brother, shoutouts to him. And that is the Thing Remastered. So Night Dive Studios worked with Atari, and they brought back the old Thing video game from, I believe it was like the PS2, Xbox era. And this was a very interesting game because The Thing was a game that had a lot of weird things going on, where you had to flip switches and gadgetry and move around and navigate this weird kind of zone. And you know, you have John Carpenter's The Thing, which is one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. It's my personal favorite horror movie of all time. And this is like, they fixed it, they cleaned it up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be completely blunt. This is a really... I love that this game exists. I love that this is a sequel to that movie. It just takes place right after. I love the setting. I love the universe. They even have some of the music kind of in this. There's like a John Carpenter thing in this. I'm not going to say what it is. Like, it's a cool game. It's not a great game. But Night Dive did their best with it. They really fixed it up the best they could. The zones are tight and weird. The aliens look amazing, I guess. You know, like, graphically, it's not going to wine and dine you, but it's still good. And it's a fun time, bro. And the last zone, you are going to rage, because then you get to, like, the final thing, and you're like, that was it? But that's it. You know, it's fun. Also, the main character's last name is Blake, and it really tripped me up the entire game when they kept saying my name. So go and check out the Thing Remastered. This is a really good one, and pretty sure it's cheap now. I'm happy it exists, and I'm happy that they actually were like, hey, let's just go and redo this thing. So let's redo this thing. Yeah, so the Thing Remastered, so super science fiction, horror, it's all the good stuff, all the stuff you like. Enslaved Odyssey to the West is a game that I always think about when it comes to science fiction and video games, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this game. And it's funny because it's definitely a cult game, but I feel like there's a lot of games out there that have actually been influenced by this. But this was made by Ninja Theory. It came out on the PlayStation 3, Xbox. It came out on a bunch of stuff, really. I think it came out on some more modern ones. I believe it's on PS4. I don't know what every platform this thing's on. But I bought this when it came out, and I took a shot in the dark on it because I didn't really know much about it. But you have Andy Serkis in this game. He's the dude that plays Gollum, King Kong, Caesar, and the Planet of the Apes, like all of that stuff. And he's Monkey. It's basically Journey to the West, just told in like a science fiction, weird futuristic story with all these different fragmented memories. It's been a long time since I played this, but this game was really cool. You have this staff combat, and you're hopping around all these broken city buildings and places. You're fighting machinery. You're fighting enemies with machinery. Very science fiction. Just very, like, in your face. It was a really interesting game. Was it perfect? No. But I think this is one that you could go and play and check out, and it still holds up very well. I hate saying that. God, I hate saying that. And I just think that it's something that people sleep on often. So Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. I would really love... I'm going to say something a little wild here. I would really love for somebody out there, maybe this team, to like go back and like maybe do like an enhanced version. I don't want to say remake it, but like maybe remake it. That would be kind of an interesting one, because this was actually a pretty challenging game too. So yeah, Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Check it out. See if you could find a copy of it. Great game. Really, 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 really interesting stuff, and a little ahead of its time. Again, not a perfect game, but science fiction to the max. During Nintendo Heads, I got you, because this is like one of the most science fiction ones that I've played recently. And no, it's actually not a Xenoblade game. It's Kirby Planet Robobot. So this was a game that I bought, I want to say, before the pandemic. And it was a pain in the butt to track down, but I got it online, and now I don't know what's going on with it. But basically, it's a Kirby game. It's using the 3D on the 3DS, and you're fighting this enemy who teams up with this new character, Susie, and she's like a robot too, and you're basically, it's an anime. You're jumping into a giant mech as Kirby, on top of just being Kirby, and you're absorbing powers, and you're building this crazy mech, and you're having all these anime-like moments. It's so over the top. You're always in space because it's Kirby. A lot more robots and machinery in this one. There's a ton of rumors going around that this one's going to get a remake, and honestly, I would be down for that. I'd like to see a Susie mode, because she ended up being a really cool character. The Kirby series has this amazing ability to take a side character out of nowhere, just make a new character, and make you totally go, I like these characters. You know, it's like MAGA lore. So yeah, Kirby Planet Robobot, tons of cool moves. You're scanning things, you're absorbing all the different abilities. Again, high science fiction here, and I just thought this one would be a fun one to have on the list, so check this one out if you can. I have no idea what this is going for now, but, you know, check it out. Star Ocean, the Second Story R, is a remake of Star Ocean 2 from the PS1, so it's a super 90s-like game. But you could play between Claude and Reyna. Claude is like the military Earth dude, and Reyna's the elf chick that's basically living on the fantasy planet. But it's all about space. It's all about connections. It's all about saving the universe, meeting friends, all of that. It's super 90s. It's super cheesy. Some of the voice acting is lame. It's so much fun. It's so, like, in your face with all the science fiction elements. You're always fighting, like, weird creatures, aliens. You're always fighting robots and stuff. Great combo system. Beautiful 2D HD graphics. The menus. If you love your menus, you're going to be, like, living in the menus. You got skills for skills for skills. It's crazy, man. This is a great game. It's not a super long one. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this, but the game really pulls the rug out from under you at some point. It's just fantastic. I think this is one of those games that kind of opened up Pandora's box, because now all of a sudden everybody wants to play more Star Ocean games, me included. So like, I'm diving more into the series now. I'm going to attempt to. And so this one's really great. You should check it out, and it's not crazy expensive. So Star Ocean, Second Story R, highly recommend it. And also the soundtrack in this game rules. Like, the music is super atmospheric and big. Like, again, it's very anime, and I like that. I just love it. It reminded me, I said it before, it reminded me so much of Tenchi Muyo. So yeah, Star Wars: The Second Story Arc, check this one out. Great game. Alright, down to the final two. Let's get it poppin'. War of the Monsters for the PlayStation 2. So this was a game that I believe, and again, I'll correct it as always, this was developed by the team that did Twisted Metal, or people that worked on it. And it's basically a giant homage love letter to monster movies, B films of, like, you know, the 50s and the 60s. It is just so fun, so schlocky. All of the monsters are crazy. You've got everything from Kongar, a King Kong ripoff, to Ultra V, who's just a Gundam. You got an eyeball lightning monster, a praying mantis, a tiki monster. Hell, I think Sweet Tooth's an unlockable. This game was really ahead of its time in a sense that they had very, very strong AI in this game. And the AI would kind of figure out what you were going to do, and it was frustrating at times. But it was, you know, you were obviously two big monsters. There was a storyline with the military trying to stop you, and aliens and stuff getting involved. And it's like a film. And, you know, you're climbing up buildings, you're throwing cars, you're trashing the cities, and that's cool. But the AI would just be up your butt, man, just kicking your, just stomping you. And so that was one of the things that always kind of was difficult. This was a challenging game, but man, oh man, just the atmosphere. I wish that Sony PlayStation would go back to this, because this actually sold pretty well. And I never understood why they didn't do any more with this, especially now where you've got modern-day Godzilla and King Kong movies that are making tons of money. But this would have been a free one for me to bring back. War of the Monsters is just such a great game, awesome roster, great music, cool unlockables too. Like, I believe there's different skins and there's little videos for all the monsters. You get to see, like, how they were made or where they were found and stuff. But it's so good, and it's on a lot of modern platformers, so you should be able to play it on your PS5 right now too, or your PS4. So yeah, War of the Monsters, check this one out. I'm very thankful that I was able to find this back in the day at a mall. I don't know what I paid for this, but when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. So, because I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of this game in the wild, and all of them always look like they got chewed up. I mean, mine just got the stickers on it. So yeah, War of the Monsters PS2, check this one out. It's great, man. It's really good. Seriously. So the last game on this list, I guess I'd have to say means the most to me out of, like, this whole group of games I picked out, and that is Dead Space. This is the remake by Motive and EA. This is a remake of the classic game from the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I absolutely adore this series. This is my favorite, like, horror game series, video games, probably next to Doom. I absolutely adored the Dead Space series. He plays Isaac Clarke, an engineer, nothing really crazy, and you have to go and you're with this crew of people, and you go to this USG Ishimura ship. It's a space station that was drilling planets, and they found this marker, and they get there, and the space station's, like, done. It's, like, cooked. And all of these creatures show up, the necromorphs, and it has to do with this marker. This marker is turning people into these monsters, and all this stuff is happening, and you gotta go and solve it. And you get all these different power tools and guns, and it is just science fiction personified. You get your horror, you get all your fun science elements, and it's great, and it cracks a couple of jokes in it too. It's a great remake. I'm telling you, this is one of those games where, like, they had to get fan feedback for it when they were developing it, because they didn't want to screw it up. So, like, everything is designed so sharp. There's a couple of things they added more with Isaac and his past and his girlfriend's past. And so that was cool. But more importantly, this game was designed for headphones. So, like, when you put a headphone in and you're playing this game, literally you're going to poop your pants. Like, every sound effect in this game, you hear them crawling and tinkering, and the AI is, like, spying on you. It's so damn good. The music's great. The suits, all the different suits and the rigs look awesome. I'm telling you guys, if you're trying to get a science fiction fix or a horror fix, you got to check out Dead Space. This remake is superb. Please, I don't know how. We need a Dead Space 2 remake. What are we doing? How are we not funding this? I need something. Dead Space should not be dead. If EA is not doing something with it, just sell it to somebody who will. So I need this. So Dead Space, check this one out. Came out a couple years ago. It's great. Goes on sale a lot. It's on most modern platforms. It needs to come to a Nintendo platform. I don't know how that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, check it out. Dead Space. I love it. It's great. And make us all. Alright, so that was my 8 out of this world sci-fi games. Everything ranging from cute aliens and fun and cozy exploration to creepy, hollow spaceships and evil terrorizing aliens that want to rip your flesh apart. Everything. It's all here, man. Please, down below, will you tell me what you think of any of these games? Have you played any of them? Do you have any recommendations for me? And I will tell you right now, if there's something I missed, we could do way more of these videos. Science fiction is pretty much my jam. And that's it. Please, will you like and subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell, do whatever you gotta do. I appreciate you all so much because, again, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to talk your head off too much. And I appreciate you all for watching this video. And I hope you guys go out and check out some fun science fiction games. And have a great one. Peace!